Hi everybody, I'm Joe and I'm one of the principals here at Blue Ghost. Welcome to a quick walkthrough of the Cate Quickstart. Excuse me if this is a little informal. I don't really like reading scripts and I don't think you want to just hear a canned presentation. We're going to jump right in and fix three problems with a little demo application. In fact, I'm going to start Claude on fixing one of them while we introduce that application. It's a little shopping cart. It's got a problem where its quantity stepper isn't enabled yet. So I'm going to start a pair session. We can see it start over like right here in our tab bar. This has created a new Git work tree. It's launched a Claude code session just like we're used to using my existing Claude login. You can see I'm even just using Sonnet here. In fact, Claude work kicked in fast enough and showed me the edit it's making to fix this issue before I can even get through my little introduction. Let's run the application now and see if it's fixed. So I should be able to go over here and after npm install runs, check out Firefox and see our little application. Okay, taking a moment to load. Here we go, shopping cart. And should the quantity stepper be enabled now? Yes, it is. So what I've done is I've used a collaborate session just to do a very traditional approach to using agentic development. I've asked it to make a change and it's made it on my behalf. But in the process, it started tracking those changes for me. Like I can see the diff of what just happened to my code. And if I want to, I can create a PR from that. Let's say fix the quantity stepper and let an agent do some of my paperwork for me. So instead of me having to like write my own PR and detail what was changed, I can let an agent examine both the diff and our conversation so far and do more than just write code, but like kick in on that professional teamwork side of working in an engineering team and write my pull request and write a tracking issue for me. I can see the summary of that PR. It's telling me what it's changed, provided a test plan. Thanks, Claude. You noted that this is generated with Claude Code. You can turn that off if you want. And I think this is good enough. Like I just used the quantity stepper and it was working. So I can go ahead and merge this. Now, this is a really traditional way to use Claude or Codex or something like that to do some work on your behalf in a like peer coding or like collaboration method. But something that really interests me and one of the focuses of Cate is a more interactive way of understanding what the changes that you're about to make are. And that's in spec-driven development. So let's fix another issue with shopping cart using some spec-driven development. I'm going to grab a little canned prompt here. I'm going to say to write a spec to wire up the remove from cart button. And I'm going to give a little bit of detail about how I think it should work, but we'll let a Claude session fill in the gaps. So I'm going to start up another session here. You can see it starts in a Git work tree. And we do have a moment while it's going to load some MCP tools that are needed under the hood. I think in this case, I have my planning session set to use Opus instead of Sonnet. I like it doing that a little bit more of a deep dive into the code base and reasoning a little bit more about what it's going to do. We can see that the rename Cate tab tool just ran. We think that it's better to see the conversations you're having with agents when they've got topical names. So not like landform features or bodies of water, but a series of conversations you're having organized into their progress. This is a draft. We haven't done anything with it yet. We'll see it later move through work in progress, AI review, and ready for review. While I was having that little blurb, it looks like we've gotten a spec written here. We think it's really important that we understand the changes that agents are making to our code. And the first step in that, I think, is coming to a consensus with an agentic session about what it is that it's going to do. So we're going to state that first. Here's the acceptance criteria. Okay, clicking the remove button removes the item from the cart. And this is a pretty simple issue. But we're going to build up a little context, like hint those code agents. Maybe they're using Sonnet or a less capable model to actually write the code. So my spec is actually going to suggest a fix. It may not be what happens in the end, but give an agent a starting point, build some canned context. And last, we can see this research part in here. As Cate agents work through issues in your project, they write down their lessons learned in a research directory that's tagged and searchable in plain English, making like all of those lessons, that compound context over time, that sort of institutional knowledge that builds in any software project over months or years, available to every agent and available to every human on your team as well. So we've got this nice acceptance criteria, context, and research. If you're using GitHub or Jira or Linear or something like that, this will become an issue in your tracker. Otherwise, it's going to become an issue in Cate's local issue tracker here. But enough text. Let's get on the code. Let's get this fix done. I will say go ahead and create the issue. Like I was talking about that now, it's going to reach out and create that issue. We can see it drops into the to-do queue. So I can start it if I want and send it to one of my work agents. You can set a limit on how many parallel agents you want. 2 is a good starting point. I do want it to go ahead and start now. So instead of having to click play, I can just tell Claude here, yeah, just let's get that started. Let's get that work underway. In a moment, we pull your issue tracker every minute or so. Some things are proactive, like in this case, we can see a code agent immediately picks that up. And because I said start immediately, we can just follow the issue through these different steps. Now, while this agent's spinning up and working, maybe we have, I don't know, 4 or 5 agents. I've had up to 12 working at the same time. And it can get a little hectic to keep track of which virtual who is working on which real world what. Oh, I'm getting outrun again here while I'm talking, so I'll make this quick. We decided that the best way to keep track of our virtual team working on all of our real issues is the same way we're already used to. We're used to looking at project boards, or if we want, like a linear style list of what the issues are as they move through different steps in our progress. So we can really quickly here see that code agent 1 has been dispatched that issue. I can pull up that issue's details if I want. We could go view it in Linear or Jira if we wanted to do that kind of thing. And we can peek in on where everything is in the process. Like we can see that we already fixed our quantity stepper and it's down here. So if I go back over, I can see that my agent has worked through, it's built up a change here. We can see that it's made an edit. There's no unsaved changes on my PR. It's already written that PR for me and it's moved it along to a review agent. Now you can actually skip this step if you want, like if you want to use one of the existing like Copilot implementations or something to do a PR, but we think it's good to have agents check their work before they take up any of our time. So we're going to get a fresh context here. This is a spec agent that's going to look at, did the change in this PR meet the specification? And then do a second pass. Does it have like decent code quality? Is it meeting the guardrails, like the linting and testing rules that we have set up within our application? So this agent's going to spin up. I think this one I've got set to Sonnet because you can configure different models for different roles within Cate. And we can see that it did that 2-pass review. And it's going to post this as a comment both to the PR and to the issue. So all of this context that builds over time, both reviews and the key decisions that were made along the way of solving an issue, are captured in the tools we already use. There's no new like hidden store of mysterious databases on people's laptops that aren't tracking what all these agents are doing. It's all surfaced, it's all visible. When we were looking at that board a moment ago, all of those, our agents, if we're connected to Jira, are also shipping all of their status updates up to Jira or Linear, so your whole team can see what your agents are working on as they go along. Now, we're in the ready for review state for this issue. This is when that specification has traveled through being coded, and now there's a PR ready for us to look at. So just like we did earlier, I can use a run configuration. You can establish as many of these as you want for every project to let you like one-click launch things, or you could just launch a raw terminal as well and run your own commands. And I'm going to take a look at this page now. Oh, and let's see. I opened in a different browser, sorry. I should have this remove button working. It looks like it does. I can kick the pet rock out of my shopping cart. But while I'm here, I maybe noticed something else, like this shipping is still not quite working. Review sessions, they're not the end of the line for your issues. They are another chance to collaborate. There's nothing wrong with finishing up this PR before you hand it to a coworker in a review session. So I've got one more little prompt I want to run here, and that's that we've noticed the shipping section still shows static text. And I'd like to go ahead and fix that. So I'm going to give a prompt here to fix that issue while we're here in review. These aren't crippled agents. They can do anything a normal Claude Code session can. So why not have them update our PR with that one little extra fix and get it in there? So it looks like the agent sees that, yes, there's static text in a prime view select box, and it's going to work up a change for me real quick. I think it's already made an edit. Yep, it's showing me right there. And if I go in and check this now, it looks like my shipping dropdown is working. So the PR now is stale. Like there's changes here that this is stale. It's not reflecting what we've just done. We've made another change. Now I can update my PR while we're here. I do have to handwrite a commit message. We think it's a little wasteful in terms of tokens to have an agent read your entire conversation and come up with a commit message. It also keeps you in touch with your code a little bit more. So fixing the shipping dropdown while we're here. Actually, that's not a great commit message, but I'll go ahead and use that. Now, maybe I do want to let the agent write the PR for me. So update that text to show the changes that actually happened. So it's going to cook for a minute. It's going to read our diff. It'll update the PR for me, make sure it's very accurate. And I can do many things from here. If I'm connected to GitHub, I could get extra buttons up here that would let me add reviewers or assign this issue to somebody else in Jira for them to do the review of it. But this is just a small quick start. I'm going to merge it, and I think we're going to wrap up here. So we've used Cate to organize our conversations with multiple agents at once. We've seen how we can use pair mode to do very traditional collaboration with an agent, but we've also seen the more powerful plan and delegate mode, which is, it's like plan mode, but kind of on steroids, doing our paperwork for us, logging our plans, not just as text files in our file system, but as real issues in our issue trackers, sharing both what we intend to do, our key decisions, our collaborative context over time with the rest of our team and all of our agent sessions to come in the future. So thanks for taking a few minutes to walk through this quick start with me. I hope you enjoy walking through it on your own, or maybe just launching Cate and using it on your own software. Have a great day.